And welcome back to Hawk Talk. Jeff Dooley joined by Hunter Marks of the Hartford Hawks men's basketball team. And Hunter, talk a little bit about yourself. I know you've come a long way to play college basketball here in West Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a junior. I'm from Phillip Island, Australia. It's about a 2-hour drive south of Melbourne. Yeah, it's obviously probably the furthest place away from home. It's probably Hartford, honestly. It's probably exactly across the other side of the world.
When did you first start playing basketball?
Uh, I don't know, since I can remember, since I was very young, I probably didn't start taking it serious till I was about 15, though.
Who inspired you to play basketball?
I'm honestly not too sure. Neither of my parents played or anything. Just probably like watching like Michael Jordan flicks growing up and stuff like that. Just getting inspired through that. But honestly, I just kind of fell in love with it just by playing it. Honestly.
You mentioned Michael Jordan. Is the NBA popular in Australia?
It's definitely picking up now. Back then, not so much. I remember when I was younger, I had a Michael Jordan documentary given to me for, I think it was Christmas one year, and I don't know. I honestly think that's what made me love it, and yeah, it was just really good. I really love the competitiveness that it brought.
Yeah, he's certainly got some great documentaries as well. You look at the University of Hartford men's basketball program, and Coach Gallagher seems like he's got that pipeline through Australia. So many guys have, made their way. Corbin Rowe and Dyson. I mean, guys that have come through that have played and not only played but played well for the Hartford Hawks. And you added your name to that list, being a guy from down under that can shoot the ball extremely well.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, obviously those guys you just mentioned are really good players, and I just would do anything to be like those guys. Coming here, I honestly I didn't know any of these guys personally. I'd heard of George Blagojevich before I'd come here, but because he's from Geelong, which is it's not too far from me. It's probably about a 3-hour drive from where I live. So yeah, I've heard of him before, but I hadn't met him, so it was really good to come over here and be able to play with him and learn from him.
Yeah, and he's a guy that he really had a strong finish with the Hartford Hawks program his last couple of years. Talk about the difference, or is there a difference in the style of play or the type of basketball between Australia and the United States?
Yeah, I think there definitely is a difference. I think the guys over here are a lot more athletic. The pace of the game is generally a lot more faster. Probably the bodies might be a little bit bigger, but yeah, they're probably the main differences. I'd say it's mainly just like the athleticism, the speed of the game.
Talk about your shot, because when I talk to people in the community and mention Hunter Marks, they always say, "Wow, for a big, slender guy, he's got such a beautiful shot, and he can shoot it from basically anywhere on the floor." Talk about how that's developed over the years, and it's certainly something that is at the top of your game right now.
Yeah, well, before I even came to Hartford, I wasn't a 3-point shooter at all. I was predominantly inside. In my freshman year, I really worked on my shot and just wanted to be able to spread the floor. And I think that work's starting to pay off, and I just want to keep it going.
Do you work on try to get in many jumpers at practice during the season? Is that a type of thing that you like to do? Get the shots in maybe
Yeah,
before practice, or stay a little bit after practice.
yeah, definitely. Before practice, I'll get a bunch of shots up. Throughout the week, I'll get in the gym with one of the assistant coaches and just really work on my shot there. We've got the shooting gun. I'm trying to get on that as much as I can, get as many reps as possible.
Shooting is contagious. I always kind of compare it with baseball, where hitting can be contagious, and you miss a couple of shots, and obviously you can hang your head, but you've got to, knowing that you're a shooter and you've got the shot that you have, that you've got to keep shooting, right? Sometimes you even have to shoot your way out of slumps. In fact.
Yeah, no, that's it. The older I get, the more I realize that it's more of a mental game, and the more I can improve on that mental aspect side of things, especially with shooting, I think it'll help me in the long run.
Right out of the chute, the Hartford Hawks played two powerhouses. The first game against the UConn Huskies, and then you've got a tough matchup against ranked Villanova. As a player, are those games fun?
Yeah, they're awesome. A lot of excitement when we go into those games. Those guys are expected to beat us, but we come in there and we want to put up a fight, and we believe in ourselves that we can compete with those guys. So it's awesome going in there. You know, we feel like a major underdog, and I feel like we play better in that environment. And
Yeah,
it's
you
just
put
really
up
good going
a couple
against
of good
those.
shows, which was really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Hunter, talk about life dealing with COVID. You look around the country, and many basketball teams put on pause. Others have shut their seasons down. And knock on wood, the Hartford Hawks men's team has stayed healthy, and you're playing games right now. But give us a little peek behind the curtain on what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, as everyone knows, it's a lot of masks and social distancing and stuff like that. But it's crazy. It's a weird world to be in at the moment. And I think we're just really adjusting by just being with each other and being being there for each other, like in terms of like mental health and stuff like that. Because it's pretty crazy. We're not used to these types of circumstances. So I think the main thing is just being there to support one another and make it known that it's a weird time that we're in at the moment. And
I
just
know
being,
right now during the games you don't have to wear a mask, but were there some points during maybe practice that you guys had to play with masks on?
yeah. So when we first started, we had to wear masks during all our workouts, and the workouts were split up into cohorts, which is kind of like the guys that we live with. So it was strange. We're working out with 4 or 5 guys. We had to wear masks the whole time, and we weren't in the best shape because we just had so much time off. So we just done a bunch of conditioning with masks on, which was pretty difficult.
How hard is it to play basketball with a mask on?
It's the worst. Yeah, but at least we're playing now. That's it.
You're playing now, and that's what matters. Hunter, what do you like most about the Hartford men's basketball program?
I just love the culture. I love the guys. I just love I can be myself at this program, and the guys that I'm with, I consider them my brothers now, and it's just it's a good environment to be in. It's real motivating. A lot of the guys, they push you every single day in practice, and everyone just wants each other to get better, and I think that's the main thing I like about it.
Last question. What is your goal this year?
To win it all. I think we can do it. We've got the pieces, and it's just about the chemistry and just getting better every single day.
We're rooting for you. Appreciate the time, Hunter.
Thank you. Appreciate it.